with all of us. And I want to say welcome to all of you. It's been an interesting session for me, and also having to share this 1 week of my life with every one of you. Um, this is just, I remembered when we started, some people were asking, where is the live session? Where is the live session? I said, sorry, this is not a class where I'm going to talk for 2 hours and somebody will be cooking and want to get a certificate. It's about you having to get the knowledge so that you can stand on your own and say, look, I've taken 1 or 2 things. So I want to say thank you for everybody that has also attempted the capstone project. I'll be showing you the results. And when I said this morning, it was this evening I shared the certificate, and I said terms and conditions apply. One of the terms and conditions that capstone project before you can even apply for your certificate. So we will now move on to. Can you still see the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes,
we
we
will
can.
now move. Thank you. So move quickly. So what has been the journey so far? But before I go on, you'll be surprised. How did Prof know so much? He studied catering and hotel. What is his problem? He just wants to be everywhere. The answer is no.
These are our 2 car backlights.
Before we live for the past, now we have to live for the future. When I did this course before COVID, I spent over $2,000. Now, if you go online, the cheapest one you see is around $2,800. But of what benefit is a knowledge you have you cannot share with others? You cannot be a king in an island. You have to get more people, and please, whatever knowledge you have, when you get back to your place of work, gather 1 or 2 of your team, teach them. You may be surprised the day you need somebody to change something for you, they will be the one on ground, and you are far away from your computer. It makes life a lot easier for you. So how far have we gone? Okay, we started with an introduction. I shared a video on how to use Classroom, Google Classroom. We have 249 people for this session. About 118 were active. The others did not. Some pulled out because they thought it's going to be a talk show, and then they realize it requires commitment. Our business requires you being timely, you being committed to a course, and that is what the training is all about. You have to meet up with a timeline. You have to manage your time. We don't have time. Nobody has the time. But once we say something in hospitality, we deliver it. And that is what a professional does. So I want to thank all of you that we've gone through all this. Imagine somebody is just getting to know that Marriott was actually set up by Air France. Somebody told me, I didn't know Swiss Hotel was by Swiss Air and all this Nestle. You can now see that the brands evolve because of the activity of the airline. These are some of the things we never taught in classroom because they were not in books. So we also look at the landscape, the hospitality landscape. That is the best of my session, where you now see the people you work with. Even though you're a small hotel, you are where your brand is already where you've not even been to. Imagine you putting yourself on booking.com and the next day you are close to 100,000 sites selling you without even seeing you. And that is the big power. We've also seen the whole idea of meta search. I'm sure some people are just hearing meta search for the first time. Probably next time I'm going to tell you my experience on what I've done with meta search. When I did my own training, and please, this is very important. This training should be seen as not the end, but the means to an end. What did I mean? This training does not stop now. When I did my training before COVID, we were only taught that the disruptor that is likely to come is Airbnb. But now, then, we don't have a meta search. Then, we have some sites that are just review sites. Example is TripAdvisor. Please, can you please unmute yourself? Sorry, the person disturbing this class. Please mute your mic, please. Or else I may have to remove you. Okay, I think the person is not listening to us. Maybe I'll need to remove the person.
Emmanuel, put off your mic. Emmanuel, put off your mic.
Okay, and what happened was so interesting. Okay, okay, I hope you can hear me now. Okay, thank you so much.
Yes,
okay,
I'll get you now.
Okay, thank you so much. Please, let me go back and share the screen. Okay, I'm back with the screen. And like what I was saying, when I did mine, Airbnb was the only thing. Airbnb was the only thing then. But now, after Airbnb, we now have TripAdvisor. It was just a review site. But TripAdvisor has ended up becoming not only a review site, it has disrupted the system. And Mr. Folabi Davis, we are going to remove you. You are disturbing this class. So, and what happened was most of these sites disrupt. Now, there is a difference between a disruptor and somebody disturbing. There are two separate things. Now, for example, the person who is disturbing us now, this person is disturbing, is not a disruptor because it's disturbing our class. A disruptor challenge the status quo and make everybody to think better than where they are. And that is what we've been having. Now, when disruption came, a review site that we know very well, that is TripAdvisor, he ended up becoming not only a review site, he ended up becoming a meta search. Now, he has grown even out of that meta search into something else. Google started as email, it went into website, it became a search engine. From search engine, it's now a booking site. From booking site, it's now a meta search, and it's growing. So you can see when things happen, it will call them disruptors. They challenge the status quo and make us think better, make life a lot better for us. And that is what technology has done to hospitality for the years. So what are the benefits of hotel distribution? These are things we'll discuss. Yes, we said it enhances visibility. People who have not even been to your hotel will see your name online. They will see your pictures. They do business. Increase revenue. People you've not even spoken to, they are doing booking online. Guest experience is much better because you are conscious that you are now appealing to international clients. That if a client comes is not happy, you can put your name online. People will see his spot. You also expand market share, like even what we look at in our capsule project and where we talk about hotel as a business unit, and also look at the relationship, you strengthen relationship with your partners and those who have brands working with them, and etc. And also it enables revenue optimization with expert advice. Each one of us now, we are now experts in our own right. We can as well talk about distribution network and advise our colleagues and even place of work on what we have learned so far. So Also, we talked about this, the examples of distribution channel. I'm just trying to do an overview. We talk about online travel agents. Now, this question, you can see online travel agencies. You see, we will have gotten up to 5 people that will have gotten 100%. But this question was what cut them off, and it was a trap. Now, when you see OTA without an S, it's talking about agents, online travel agents. But when you see a small s after it, it becomes agencies. And that was the question. Somebody has to private chat me. That question was one I kept quiet because we're going to discuss it today. So it's very important. So those that missed the question in the in quiz 2, you now say you can see the answer. Now we talk about the global distribution system and also a distribution channel where we talk about the cyber, the Galileo, and the rest, the WhatsApp. That is where the airline sells their ticket, and that's where those who are in the business of travel agents, they understand the GDS better. We also talk about book engine. There is no website. A website without a book engine will not be able to sell it. So that is when you put your inventories. When we mean inventories, that means your rooms, your tables, your restaurant tables. Those are where that is the booking engine. Then we'll talk about meta search, where instead of like OTAs that only talk about how much they want to sell to you, a meta search will show how much you are selling your product across all platforms. So if I want to do book hotel now, I'll go to meta search. I'll see where the hotel is selling very cheap, and that's where I'll do my booking. Then we have voice. Voice is when somebody has to call you. We have wholesalers, those who buy in bulk. Then we have offline distribution channels, those that works into you that are not online. We also discussed in class that these people can either be direct or indirect channel to the organization. So what are the key aspects of effective hotel distribution management? One, rate parity. Remember, we now have meta search that can show all your prices. So if you decide to reduce the price on your website, for example, you decide to say booking.com, sell my room at 100,000, Expedia sell at 100,000, and you are now selling on your website at 80,000. Once they do a better search and they realize you are selling less on your website, they will drop you off their own platform because nobody will see you cheaper and want to stay on the platform. So they will expect you to go and pay for those marketing and do it yourself. So when you are doing it, you must make sure there is rate parity. In what way can you ensure rate parity? By deploying what we call the channel manager. Once you have the channel manager and you key in your pricing there, it changes it across all platforms. That's one. Then we talk about inventory management. That's when I talk about the booking engine. You should be able to determine how many rooms am I putting online? How many do I want to sell offline? Am I putting all my inventory online? Those are the questions you ask. Then we talk about channel optimization. That is where you want to say, what am I selling on what channel? Which one will be better for me if I'm not selling? That is what we refer to channel optimization. You want to make the best out of it. Also, we talked about performance analysis. Hello, Ogona, you are disturbing us. Mute yourself, please. Then we talk about performance analysis, where we want to see how are each of these panels, each of those channels, how are they working. Then we now you also need to look at streamlining your operations. That is one thing the channel manager will do. You can see the use of channel manager alone. You can manage the entire operation of your OTAs. So that means you don't need to cram the password of booking.com, Expedia, hotels.ng, Jovago. You don't need to. Once you have a channel manager, you work with one. It changes it across all the platforms, and you can see that is where we are. So what are some of the distribution strategies that are available to us for us to be able to make the best out of our online distributions channel? One, we need to have a responsive website design. You can see I started from your own brand.com. If you are going, distribution is not about you only being Booking.com, Expedia. Those should be backup. Your own should be number one. That is why your website should be responsive. The booking engine should be linked to your PMS so that you maximize everything before you now start relying on the OTAs and the rest for backup. Two, you need to ensure your website has SEO, search engine optimization. The key things that people look for your hotel, for your location, must be on your search engine optimization for that website. Then number three, most of us, we are not bothered. We don't do social media marketing. We believe Facebook. You see, Facebook may be so social, Twitter may be to just pass short message, LinkedIn may be to just talk business. We have some that are just pictures. But these are also very important because what people see, they will always remember. So those social media pages, website, they reinforces your brand presence so that when they eventually want to do the transaction, some of them may even call you from those platforms or they want to go to your website and see. Then you need to be very important about your online reputation. Do any of you, most of us, do we set alerts on ourselves? For me now, if you put anything Babalola Wasiu online or just put only Babalola, I will get an alert within 30 minutes that somebody has said something about Babalola, then I can go and check, is it my own Babalola or not? You need to take conscious effort about your brand, about your hotel, so that when there are issues, you address them. The fact that a girl says, I went to that hotel is bad, does not mean you will be bad. It is how you manage that reputation, how you're able to respond to him or her, that will determine. People will see that yes, you are responsive. Nobody is looking for a perfect system. No system will be faulty, but how do you manage those issues when they happen? It also affects technology. Also, we need to streamline technology. There is need for you to streamline them. And what is the way we can streamline? We've talked about it. You need to adopt channel manager, get a channel manager, and it will enable you to streamline. So how will you be able to build? Now, how do you build hotel distribution channels step by step? We've talked about it. I can also just go through them one after the other. You see, one, define what you want to achieve. If it's increased occupancy, you want to boost your direct booking, expand into new market or improve RevPAR. You need to know what you're doing, what you want. Now, I'll give you a good example. If my idea on distribution channel is to drive traffic into my own brand.com, that does not mean I will not be online. I'll be on my brand.com and I will register with Meta Search more. I will pull my brand with Meta Search, and so that with that Meta Search, people can come directly to my website. You can now see. So, and you need that would do. Once you define what you want, you will surely get it. Also, you need to identify your target market. You are not supposed to be everywhere. It's not all OTAs you must put your brand. Which one works for you? For example, in Africa, we use Booking.com. In America, they use Priceline.com. Priceline and Booking.com, they are the same family. In China, it has another name. So do you understand? So if you put your brand on the Booking.com, when Booking.com wants to sell you in China, they use another name to sell you. When they are selling you in America, they use the Priceline. So each market has one that is good for him. You should be able to focus on that. And that's why the next module, when we talk about module 2 to 5, we'll be looking at different countries, which are their topmost, top 10 distribution OTAs. You know, the one we did was also show you globally who are top 10s. But some regions, some that are even within the top 10, they are not doing well in some regions. So you don't need to waste your money on them. It's very important. We have to review where your current booking originates from. You can see what I've just said, because we need to know how do we communicate with them. You have to select the relevant channel to those markets. You consider your channel costs, commission rates, and potential long-term partnership. Some of these OTAs, they charge as much as 25%. Do you want to give out those 25%? But it could be yes, it could be no, depending on how busy you are. But that will be for the advanced class module 2 to 7. And that is even a lot more tedious than this. And you need to also implement a channel management system to streamline same thing. Key one, price parity. You can see maintain uniform pricing and accurate property information across all channels. Once one channel drops, you are in trouble. Once there is no rate parity, you are in trouble. The customer will go to the other channel that is offering them something lesser. Then you need to regularly monitor and analyze each of these channels to know which one pays you better. Sometimes you want to run promo. It's not all the channels you are going to run promo. It should be the one that is giving you more business. Say, look, guys, I want to give you more discount, drive more business for me. That's what we do. And also, you have to use performance data to continuously refine your channel mix. What is the channel mix? You say, okay, I want to be on this. I want to do more business with Expedia. I want to do it more with hotels.ng and the rest. So what are the best practices for maximizing channel performance? One, you have to do what we call regular channel audit. You need to check those channels one after the other occasionally. Then you have to do price and rate management, pricing and rate management. What are you offering? That's the one I just told you. Now, do you realize that sometimes Booking.com will tell you price has dropped, come and buy in this market? It is not as if price has dropped. Sometimes Booking.com will write to you, look, we are charging 15% for everybody. Are you willing to give us 18%? And we drive market for you, any transaction within so and so period. So when they say price has dropped, it's from their own discount they are giving to the customer, not what they have, not your own rate. You can see that's pricing and rate management. Then we look at content optimization. What you put online, is it correct? Is it the true reflection of yourself? Then also your guest review management. What are guests talking about you? I'm sure our part was likely for us where we're going to look at review management. So you realize before any customer comes to your site or book you online, they go and check review. 73% said they will check review first before they do booking. And also you need to stay current with industry trend. That is what most of us are doing. We're trying to stay current so that we can remain relevant for ourselves and for our business. So some of us, we look at the Capstone projects. And so I'm going to be, before we go to the takeaways, I'm going to be stopping this. Then I will share the Capstone project. So let me share the Capstone project for you guys. Some of you've not done the assignment, but don't worry. I have larger art today, so we're going to discuss. Now, remember, I sent this to you, this chart, and I said, don't touch where it's shaded. Those shaded areas are already formatted for you. And the first one was saying, this is the information for the hotel. The first line, that's the base information. This hotel is on 65% occupancy. And their profit level is what? Operating profits, 146,400, 80,000 interest in debt, and they're having net profit of 17%. But they want to improve. What do they do? So they have three options. Do we increase our rate by 10%? Or find a way to increase OTA's booking by 10%? Or we have to increase the brand.com by 10%. So what happened? You can see, look at this place. Hope you can see my console. For the rate, for this one, we only increase the rates for the rate. While for the other two, we left it the same way. So you can see, based on increasing the rates, every other thing remained the same. What happens? The hotel was able to increase the profits from 17% to 24%. That is quite huge. Now look at, if we decide to go for OTA's book increase by 10%, see, the rate goes back to the 200, but look at where we said 10% on OTAs. What happened? This is OTA. So you can see it increased from 390 to 425, while the others remain the same. If you increase only OTAs, look at what happened. Revenue increase, profit increased by 18%. Still better than when we were on 17%. You can see. Now, when we decide to go to the third option, increase your own website booking, brand.com by 10%. If you look at it, this is brand.com. From 19.5, it increases to 214.5. Others remaining the same. And what happened? We are able to increase our profit by 18%. So the question now is, which option would you rather go for as a manager? I love most of the comments I saw. People did this. You see, I didn't ask you to upload this. Reason
Sorry,
is,
Prof, sir. I can't see the screen, sir. Sorry to interrupt you.
and somebody else not seeing the screen.
We can see it now. We can see it.
I can see your screen. Your screen is
We
fine.
can see it.
Prof,
Yeah,
it
we
just
can
came
see
up.
now.
It just came up now. It
Now.
just came up now.
Just popped up now.
Just came up.
Okay. So that means I can go back.
Please do, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. So, and this is what just happened. So I have to do the same exercise I gave you guys. So when it comes to strategy, you don't show your boss how you arrive. That's why I didn't ask anybody to upload your calculation. What I needed is, what is your opinion? So you can see, we did and say, look, manager, don't let us go to booking.com. Let us just increase our rates. And we are at least we are better off. And sometimes you can see what I use. This one is a simpler formula. I don't think this is the way life behaves. So in real life, we said you must optimize your channel. Nothing stops us from saying, let's do 10% of rate increase. Let's push it to OTA for them to increase by 10%. And we get our sales team to also push brand marketing. That is what we call optimization. You can mix your strategy. I only use a simpler format for you so that you don't think, Babala loves calculation, he wants to kill us. Now you can now see the effect now. Increment in sales because of the 10% because we increase our rate by 10%, you can see the sales increase by 10%. But when it comes to brand.com, 2%. When it comes to OTA, 2% increment.
I can't see the screen.
Okay, no problem. I will try and close it and share it again. Thank you. Okay, so what I'll do is let me stop sharing. Let me stop sharing it, then I'll share it again. Okay. I'm sure it's happening because I am sharing an Excel sheet. Okay, can you see it now?
Not yet, sir.
Okay, let me know where you've seen it. Okay, has anybody seen it?
Yes.
The screen is.
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No,
So
sir.
what I'm going
No.
to. Okay, don't worry, so that we don't stay too much on this. I'm still going to share you this answer. Then, because I want everybody to analyze it and go and put it in your capstone project. You have to register it online.